A New Life
by Philippa Weary.
Characters:
Ma played by Betty.
Pa played by Allegra.
Jane played by Frances.
Harriet played by Cody.
William played by John.
Ryan played by Sailor. Harriet, is that you?
No, it's Frances, Pa, but Harriet's here beside me.
It's so dark I can hardly see you.
When is the storm going to be over, Pa?
It's been going on for hours.
Days, not hours. We've been shut down here for 2 whole days.
Who's that? Is that you, William?
Yes, Mrs. Scott. Do you know if my mother's any better? Could I go and see her?
I think she'll be better very soon, but you stay here with us for a little bit longer. Some of the other women are looking after your little brothers and sisters, and the doctor's with your mother now.
James and Edward were crying before, but now they've gone to sleep.
I didn't get any sleep last night, thanks to dripping water. My mattress is sodden.
I didn't sleep either. It was so noisy. The wind screaming, the waves crashing up on deck, and all the pots and pans rolling across the floor.
I didn't sleep because it was so smelly. The people in the next boat were being sick all night.
They've been seasick ever since we left England.
Someone said the ship was going to sink, and then everyone started to scream.
It's not going to sink, Frances.
And I think the storm is dying down. Maybe we can go up on deck.
Look, they're lifting the hatches.
Fresh air at last.
Up we go. Later on we can bring the mattresses up and dry them.
Come on, let's go talk to the sailors.
Look at the sea. It's so still.
Oh, you should have seen the waves we had last night. Tall as mountains they were. Was that a really bad storm? It was a bad one, all right, but not the worst one I have been in.
I'm freezing. It's so cold. Look up there. There's frost on the rigging.
Oh, it will get colder yet way down south. Why do we have to sail so far south? Why can't we stay farther north where it's warmer? Ask the captain. He wants to take the fastest passage he can, and this is the quickest route.
It's been 62 days since we left London.
62 days? We have a way to go yet.
And with nothing to see except ocean and sky.
That's not quite true, Pa. We've seen flying fish and dolphins and those great big birds. What are they called again?
Albatrosses.
Do you think we might start seeing icebergs soon?
We'll have to keep out for those icebergs. Can sink a ship, you know.
Yes, but this ship isn't going to sink. This is a lucky ship.
Tell us again about what it'll be like when they get there, Pa.
Well, Frances, we'll have our own little house with our own little garden somewhere out in the country. We'll have fruit trees and grow all our own vegetables. There will always be plenty to eat.
Don't forget about the sheep and the pig.
Yes, Harriet, we'll have our own sheep, a pig and a cow, and some chickens so we can have fresh milk, eggs and meat.
I can't wait. I'm so sick of dried salted pork and sloppy pea soup.
And ship's biscuits. That's so hard it cracks your teeth.
And burnt rice and water that tastes horrible.
If you were traveling cabin class, not steerage, you would not be eating that.
I've heard they have 4 or 5 courses of food sometimes.
Look at them walking around up there. They've got so much space.
All the rest of us have to cram into this lower deck.
Never mind, when we get there things will be different. We'll all be equal there.
Your mother's right. Nobody will be able to order us around anymore.
And we'll find gold. Lots of great big gold nuggets.
Where are you going, Ma?
I'll come back up in a minute. I'm just going to go and see how William's mother is doing.
Oh, I couldn't bear to go back down there. It's so crowded and horrid and smelly. Sometimes rats run right over you.
At least you have a bunk to sleep in, not a hammock.
Isn't it scary climbing all the way up in the ring when the ship's rolling about?
You get used to it. I've been at sea ever since I was 12. Does anyone ever fall off? Sure they do. One slip and you have had it. I have been on ships where men have fallen overboard or been washed overboard in storms.
I've heard that sometimes the captain will put out a lifeboat for them, but most times he'll just keep going. Sometimes the sharks get them.
Oh, that's awful. I couldn't bear to be a sailor. I'm never going back to England. One trip like this is enough.
This has been a good trip compared to some we have only had a few deaths and not much sickness. Also, this captain isn't bad as some.
Look, here's Ma again.
William, I've got good news for you. Your mother's better and you have a new baby sister.
Philippa Weary wrote the book.
Our illustrations by
Betty Pea Soup.
Cody lifting the hatches and burnt rice.
Jane Boat characters.
Behind the title.